All right, fellas. Another Black Men's Roundtable. We got another viewer question. Shout out to Eli for the question on YouTube. Thanks for checking out the channel. Please, everybody, keep the questions coming, and we'll try to keep the videos coming. We'll try to be a little bit more consistent than we've been in the past, but life can be kind of busy. Eli said, what do we think about friends with benefits? Eli said that she finds it difficult to be in a situation like that for a long time. Even when she could stay friends with the guy even after they go separate ways. She said one thing she doesn't get is why so many guys have a problem when she wants to stop having sex with them, and don't want anything serious.
Well, oh, you may not know what she meant, but so when she wants to stop having sex, they have a problem that she doesn't want to get serious.
Well,
or she wants to stop because they don't want to get serious.
Well, if they both agreed not to be serious in the first place, and I kind of was summarizing it, and I skipped a little something, but if they agreed kind of, hey, we're just going to be friends with benefits, this ain't going to be nothing serious, why are they angry with her when she doesn't want to have sex anymore?
Because they like having sex with
her. Yeah, that's the general.
In the video.
But I mean, it's for you to start off having sex, and then be like, nope, you know what, it's not going nowhere, which it was never initially supposed to go anywhere. For you to then withhold sex is perfectly your right and within your choice. But
it's a breach of contract.
It's a breach of contract. He's not going to be excited about that. So, and depending on that man's maturity level, he may be able to continue to be cool with you and roll with that. And a lot of brothers is going to be like, peace out.
But there's friends with benefits, and then there's actual people who just having sex with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Some like a lot of the friends with benefits I know who can stop having sex with friends before they started having sex.
Right.
Then they started having sex, and then they stopped having sex, and they're still friends.
Right.
But some people actually just started having sex, and they're not really friends. So
you never developed a friendship. Yeah. It was we just gonna fuck, and that's it.
Yeah.
But we never actually had a friendship. We just decided we ain't never gonna go together.
Yeah. Right. So when you take the sex away, the sex was basically the friendship.
Yeah. Right.
And so what's the point really in having the this and that if we're not really doing the thing that made us get along to begin with?
Exactly. Right.
Also, I think it's kind of a breach of contract.
Yeah, I mean it's not really if y'all
it's
friends.
Not really because at the end of the day, if y'all just friends with benefits, especially if y'all don't, even if y'all do have a true friendship, at a certain point somebody's going to decide to stop having sex.
Yeah, I mean that's part of how it goes, and you're supposed to honor and respect that.
Right, but most of the time you're gonna be mad if you're not the person that made that decision.
Yeah,
you ain't lined up your next partner yet or nothing.
Yeah, I'm
not ready.
The reality of the whole friends with benefits situation is, a lot of times the person that stops because of somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So it really don't make sense for them to continue on, like being your friend when they stop having sex with you because they getting serious about somebody else.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Because the first thing that's gonna come up in that new relationship also is, did you fuck her?
Yeah.
And you're gonna be like.
And if the nature of your relationship is fucking,
right,
it's like
it's kind of hard to explain.
I just gotta get rid of you. I can't really I can't have you at the wedding.
Right, like when did y'all stop fucking around?
Yeah, last week.
2 weeks ago. We won't do it no more though. But we going to the movies on Thursday.
Right,
nobody's gonna let that ride.
Right.
Also, men are possessive.
Yeah,
men are possessive. Men try to act macho and tough all the time and all of that stuff. But a lot of men are very possessive. If I'm fucking you, I own you. Mm-hmm. You mine. Even though I might have sex with other women and all of that stuff, I don't want to see you out with nobody else. We all know brothers that's just, super territorial with a woman that's not even theirs.
Yeah.
So that could be a big part of it. Also, they don't want to see her with anybody else, even though really they're not trying to be together.
Yeah. So I mean, some guys, feel like they in a sweet situation, they don't want the situation to end, And then, some guys, even if they should have stopped having sex with you, they not going to let go of the sex, even if they done moved on in a new relationship and all of that, But, you know, it's more likely that a woman will say, okay, I need to stop because I'm getting serious about somebody. A lot of guys will just keep going and then just kind of tuck you under the rug while they're doing it, you know. So, you know, he's mad because he lost some side piece.
I mean, Eli must be putting it on him. That's why they mad. But I think the whole friends with benefit thing, that's not for immature people.
No, it's
You know,
not.
anytime you decide you're going to do something as serious as having sex with somebody else on a regular basis, especially, you know, probably for a little while and all of that, and you're trying not to get emotions involved and not have drama and all of that, it takes two mature people.
Yeah, and they
to hold
usually
that
are
up.
more busy
Right.
and just don't have time for an actual relationship. If you're a friend with benefits to a dude who's sitting on a whole lot of extra time, he probably just a piece of shit who ain't trying to be committed to nobody anyway.
Right.
You know, so it's kind of not, you may not even want to waste your time with it because it's like the whole friends with benefits thing is like what I should be giving you in this relationship I can't give you. So if we're gonna kick it, it's gonna have to be limited. It's gonna be
Right, it has to be kind of a reason.
Yeah.
Neither one of us are really pursuing a relationship right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, it could be busy. It could be I just got out of something, whatever. But you know, generally, it's a little more to it than just we not together because we're not together. You know.
Right.
So it's a tough situation, but I mean, I think even getting into that situation, you have to assess the maturity level of the person that you get into that situation with, and I mean, anytime you're dealing with relationships, matters of the heart, and all of that, and a lot of people just get attached to people just because they had sex with them.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a tough situation. It's kind of hard. I would recommend not having too many friends with benefits.
Yeah, because they're
most
not
of them
really
ain't real friends.
and they're not really made to last.
Mhm.
You know, so if you are friends with somebody, and you do want to have benefits, if you decide that their friendship is valuable enough, and you know y'all not gonna be together, you may want to stop You may want to stop the benefits
Yeah.
because it's just gonna cause trouble in both of y'all's futures if you all go on to try to pursue other people.
Definitely, and it might, like you said before, it might mean that our friendship has to end at some point
Yeah.
because we are territorial
Yeah.
and possessive and all that stuff. The guy that she decides to settle down with, even
Ain't
if
going
even
for
if
it.
it was not 2 weeks ago, it was 2 years ago, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Black
And the
guys ain't
woman,
having it.
and the
Yeah,
woman,
women
he
too, not
decides to
just
settle
men.
down with. I mean, it's just real hard to say. I mean, because it's just disrespectful to have somebody at your wedding that you fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, for real, somebody you had sex with at your wedding. I mean, whether your wife knows about it or not, or your husband knows about it or not, it's just kind of a bad. To me, it's kind of distasteful.
Oh,
Yeah,
kind of definitely.
I mean, it's just.
some
I mean,
best
not.
man
But
shit.
what I'm saying is, there are friendships that really do exist from people who had sex before. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
But,
it's possible.
And when your people know about it
Mm.
and they there and they realize y'all ain't together and y'all ain't nothing there, you
Right.
know, it can happen. But at the same time, it's just kind of like you never really know how your wife is feeling.
Mm-hmm.
You never really know how your husband might be feeling when it happens. You know, it's just kind of a bad place.
It's better to avoid a
Yeah,
situation.
it's
like
kind of a
that.
bad situation to be in for real.
Right,
You know? And so when I say it's kind of distasteful, in certain situations, it's not like you being an asshole. And it's, like people can really be friends. It might have been like you said, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, some shit, you know. But either you told them about it, and now your wife has to know that the woman that you had sex with is at the wedding with you. So you didn't tell them about it, and you just snuck somebody you had sex with to the wedding. You know what I mean? Either way, it's still kind of like, you know.
Yeah, that's not really the best situation. And it just unless it, you know, both parties are just super mature and all that stuff.
Yeah.
There's too much of that stuff that
Yeah,
can
it's
happen.
a lot,
Later
yeah.
down the line.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to go with it. So, you know, moral of the story, you know, you may want to chill out a little bit.
That and just call it what it is. If y'all not friends, actual friends with benefits, then y'all just fucking.
Yeah, and that's that.
And that's okay.
And that's actually better
There's
than
nothing wrong with
that
that.
might be better than friends with benefits to a degree.
Definitely.
I just know that if you are friends with benefits, that there's a clock on that relationship. You know, there's an expiration date.
What she mentioned in the comment.
Well, I mean, she mentioned that the sex expired.
that relationship. We're
Yeah,
talking
but
about
I'm
the
talking about the
relationship
whole
as a whole.
relationship.
Like, we
Right,
can't be
right.
friends
there's
no
a whole
more.
there's a whole expiration date on the whole relationship. You know what I mean? Because it's just a hard relationship to continue on when you move on to other relationships.
Right,
You
right,
know?
right.